Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do a quick update on my channel and what I've been up to. So last year you saw me, there was I think it was a diorama. I can't quite recall now. It's been a while since I've done any uploads. I have been out and treated myself though. I mean, I got a tax rebate from the British taxman. So I thought that as it's I say once in a lifetime thing, it's not a repeat occurrence. I would treat myself to something. So I did. That something being, the Vallejo model colour range hobby set. So in this set I got this handy little leaflet which has a gigantic, let me get it into shot, colour chart for the acrylics for Vallejo themselves, as well as the model colour range. So that's the military and that's the game range on that side, and it has lots of it's just to say, it just describes it in as to what it is. So yeah, a great looking little set. And this is how many pence I got. This is the grand total of 72 paints. And that's not all. I was even given a trio of brushes just to help me paint all the models. So let me take out this limited Praetor because he wasn't in there. So yeah, I got this, and this will keep me going for a long time, especially as each bottle is in Vallejo's 15ml, Not Games Workshop Citadel's 12ml sets. So there's 15ml in each bottle, and I even have duplicates from the basic American Army set. So yeah, I have a ton more paints and a case to carry them in. I then thought I should get this guy a limited edition Praetor Tribune painted up in Raven Guard colours. So now I've got plenty of Vallejo, I will have a go at painting this guy in a nice Raven Guard-esque scheme. I mean, there's quite a few Raven Guard companies who I could paint him with as, so I'm tempted to go with that. I even went so far as to buy myself another box of Space Marines, your standard Mark III Tactical Marines, and these guys I will assemble as Mark III Marines, but use them purely for heresy. So on the back it has the Word Bearers and the Ultramarines, but I'm not going to be doing either of those two, or the Sons of Horus, or the Space Wolves even, not the Sons of Horus, the Space Wolves. So what I will be doing here instead is using these guys, because I have 10 more of them. I'm thinking I'll get myself, in the future this is, some more Volkite Culverins, and I will I will get myself 10 Volkite Culverins and have these guys as a heavy weapons, Legion heavy weapon squad. So that would be 40 Strength 6 AP5 Deflagrate attacks coming out at about 36-inch range. So a nice little threat bubble. Not much in Space Marines, But that said, these guys will be hitting and wounding everyone who I play against when I play against them. So getting the wounds out there is the main thing. When you get them to roll the dice, that's when they're going to fail the saves. And while I was buying this, I got this from a local game store called Early Learning Shop. The Early Learning Shop in Ripon. So I saw they had this and went, ooh, that looks interesting. And you know the Priest of Mars and Lord of Mars books about the explorator fleet in deep space? I read Priest of Mars as a standalone novel, and I loved it, and I wanted to read the rest. And £15 for an omnibus, where the others are a lot more than that. So yeah, I have this. Some more enjoyable reading for me to do. It's gonna be interesting, I'll be honest. I read Priest of Mars, and I loved that book. So this Lords of Mars and Gods of Mars, ooh, and there's even a short story. So yeah, I will be reading that, definitely. And then I thought, as I was getting around to assembling or to start painting this guy up, I thought to myself, I've got a box upstairs that he can lead. So I'm going to take, I think, he should be on a 45mm base. So I'll have a quick check, see what the custodies are on. Because if I have 4 custodies, that is a squad of 3 to be led by a leader and a leader. So 5, although would be nice, it's not top priority to get 5 custodies on the table. Whereas if I get a squad of 3 and a leader, they're still a viable force. Well, more than viable. And they count as an ally for the Praetor Tribune to have. So that would then limit me to the right of war I can use. But I don't really care at that point in time. If I'm having a Praetor Tribune leading the force, Corax won't be there all the time, but I can have him. So I recently bought the Forge World Corax model and a Legion Deimos pattern vindicator. So with those 2 additions to my army as well, the Salamanders will take, I think, the Vindicator. I'm not sure actually. Vote down below. Should the Salamanders have the Vindicator or the Raven Guard? Because I want to use it in both, but I don't fancy stripping it and painting it every time I want to use it in a different army. I mean, I could do an allied attachment, perfectly viable. Allying Salamanders into Raven Guard, it would be fluffy. It would be the drop site massacre, so that's entirely possible. I have Vulcan, I have Corax, so I can do 2 separate detachments if I wanted. I say I have Vulcan, I have Corax. They're both not fully painted up. Naturally, you know, you guys know me by now. So yeah, I've got them. I've got the Primax for those 2 legions. So now it's just a question of how do I paint? Do I take the Deimos Vindicator, put it into Vulcan's army, where it may get only gets any benefits, because if I give it a pintle weapon, it's not firing a heavy one ordnance gun, isn't it? It's firing an ordnance gun as its main weapon. I don't know. No, it's not. It's just firing a big. I've not played Heresy in a while, so I'm forgetting the rules for the Vindicator. But the Vindicator itself, I know it's a strength 10 AP2 large blast. So I'm firing a blast weapon first. I then think I'm snap firing any pintle mounts. So giving him a combi heavy, a pintle heavy flamer, although it would be a strength 6 AP4 weapon, wouldn't be good because I'd have to then think, do I fire the flamer first and then the main cannon, or do I fire the main cannon and then fire the pintle mount? Because the pintle mount wouldn't be able to hit because it would be snap firing. So yeah, salamanders would be out if I was to put a flamer on it, and Raven Guards don't get buffs to actual weapons. They don't have a Promethean gift type ability unlike the salamanders. So it's more a question of, do the Raven Guard get it and it rumble up stealthily behind them, or do the, I say be stealthily. Korax isn't beyond using Vindicators to demolish walls, to get his guys in. He can fly over the walls, yeah, but a tower's only as good as its walls at the end of the day, as the people inside it even. So yeah, I got a Vindicator and I thought, ooh, that'll go well with my Heresy armies. And now I'm in this quandary of, do I go, it's for the salamanders, where if I was to give it to the salamanders, the only pintle weapon that would benefit would be the heavy flamer at +1 strength, or do I give it to the, but then I could give it any pintle weapon, to be fair. It doesn't have to be a flamer. It could be a combi weapon, a combi bolter, a havoc launcher, anything really. Havoc launcher would make more sense because that would be longer ranged as well. Choices. I don't like choices. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Just a quick update. I will be doing some more painting, hopefully today, if not at the weekend. When I'm now on 12-hour shifts, so chances are of a video coming out midweek, highly unlikely. Coming out later on today, highly possible because I'm off from work. So yeah. I'm on 12-hour shifts from now on, so for the next fortnight it will mess up my sleep schedule very nicely. Yeah, have a great Christmas if I don't see you all before. And enjoy, and I hope you guys get some nice hobbying done. Always comment and show what you're doing when you're hobbying. I've even got some. I took the Tartarus Terminators from here and tried to assemble them as salamanders. So I have 3 with combi bolter and either power fist or lightning claw, sergeant with power sword and Volkite charger, and 1 with heavy flamer and power fist. Now you may be thinking, why the heavy flamer? The Promethean gift special rule. It turns from a strength 5 AP4 weapon into a strength 6 AP4 weapon. And you're going, but Dom, that's only a point of strength. Yeah, but there's a difference between wounding a Space Marine on 3+ as a strength 5, or on 2+ at a strength 6. So it all adds up in it at the end of the day. It's always worthwhile to... I chose these legions because I like the Salamander's actual way of war. It's not the fact that they burn everything to a crisp. I mean, that does sound cool and all. But it's the fact that they're the humanitarians in space. They care about the civilians as well as killing the enemy. So when they go to war, they fight the enemy, but at the same time, they have a... if they fight near a civilian centre, they try to evacuate the civilians first to minimise casualties, so then the population is happier to return to the city once the Space Marines have been through and cleared out the other Space Marines. So yeah, lots of fun to be had. I will be busy over the Christmas period, and yeah, enjoy your Christmas period. I hope you get plenty of hobby goodies in being given to you. I've given myself these hobby goodies because I'm in a family that don't necessarily support it, but there we go. Each to their own. So yeah, I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.